on, guys, and welcome back to another video. We are cruising in the Mini-Max, opening up this video because we haven't had this truck out for a long time, ever since we blew apart one of the fuel lines and the air conditioning line at the same time, which is super bizarre because they're unrelated, but it feels good to be back. It's actually extremely difficult to drive this thing slow. Take off in 3, 2, 1. That was a cop. We didn't take off. Saw it, right? Saw it. We were doing the speed limit. That look back and paranoia moment. It's interesting. Those police out here in Mexico seem awfully familiar to the ones that are in my local area. And, well, now that we've arrived in Mexico, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a great way to start the day. See you over at the shop. Hands down, that is single-handedly the funnest vehicle I've ever owned, no question of a doubt. Coming from all of my previous vehicle experiences to date, that thing is amazing. It's hard to really kind of justify the explanation of going really fast in a farm truck, but it is so exhilarating, and the sounds and the things that it does to produce that euphoria is really hard to explain. Welcome back to the shop. Right over here to my left, your right, watching me, are all of Long Bed Larry's new parts. As you can see, we've actually opened up all the Whirly Custom Fab stuff that will be going into the truck, but I don't want to show you guys that quite yet because I don't actually know if that's going to be able to happen in today's video. Rather, we might just be doing some preparation in getting Long Bed Larry ready to rock and roll. Now, we got a lot of work to do on this truck as it is a completely factory LB7. Completely factory. You can see we've already gotten started by taking off the intake plenum. Making progress, I know, making big progress. So today we're gonna be stripping everything down to the bare bones, literally, because our friends over at DURTYMAX Tuner actually sent us a turbo that we are going to be installing as we put this thing back together. Yes, my friends, Long Bed Larry is gonna be getting the sauce. Unleashed Tuning will be making all of the great power stuff that we're gonna be putting in this truck come to life. And while this whole engine bay on this super immaculate 2003 LB7 wasn't gonna go untouched, it's gonna get the full treatment here on the DURTYMAX Jack YouTube channel. Because seriously, if we skip that beat, what would this build be? But before we do that, I did want to let you guys know that I opened up all the rest of the license plates and put them here behind the wall. I am still trying to fill out that area of the wall right there. And we've got the winner circle up here. That's DDG number 1, that's DDG number 2, DDG number 3, Treston, I'm waiting for that license plate still, buddy. I know you're working on it. And DDG number 4, the LML, will be filling that spot.
Welcome to How Many Takes Does It Take Me to Get This Right? Starring your host,
DURTYMAX Jack.
So if you are drawn as the, try that again. So if you are drawn as the winner, I would absolutely love a license plate from you if you have an extra one. Just keep that in mind. I want to fill up this whole wall, and then I'd ultimately like to fill up other walls in the shop because I feel like that is the greatest commemorative recognition that I could provide to all of you that support this channel and continuously click on the videos. All of this right here behind me is a constant reminder of how many amazing fans I have on this channel, and honestly, how important it is to focus on the quality, not so much the quantity of the cut. And a small other shop update, we did get some other things kind of organized. We did end up adding some blinds here to the shop as well. Now we can actually shed some natural light on the situation. I kind of felt like it was a little like inhumane, like I was being inhumane to myself. So today is going to be a very work-oriented vlog. We're gonna start ripping this truck apart right away. I'm gonna cover a lot of it in time lapse. I'll give you guys updates as we work along. I've never taken apart an LB7, but it is very similar to all the other DURTYMAXes, although I'm not looking forward to dealing with the bolt flanges that are both on the front of the turbo and on the downpipe side of the turbo. These are not V-band setups where they are on the LLY and up. They are bolted. In the meantime, we got to kind of make a mess and start to take everything apart. So let's get into it. Explorer, welcome back to the vlog, buddy. Why are we so close to each other right now?
Because the fan.
Ah, yes, it's all about catching the breeze. I don't necessarily know if I want to take the alternator off, but I do like to move this over there. That way it's kind of out of the way. You don't have to deal with the hag or the ag of actually trying to work around this hose that I actually just recently exploded on the Mini-Max. We rerouted it. So I think we're gonna do that, and then it's call it barbaric means of getting into the Y bridge, which is this tiny little sucker right here, which we're gonna be upgrading in size pretty dramatically. You can see though, it's a nightmare on these DURTYMAXs because there's just ships literally everywhere. There are a bunch of ships in the sea of this engine bay right now, and that's what we're gonna work on cleaning up. So let's get back to it.
No suit and tie, but baby, I go to work. Don't do it for the money, but that's one of the perks. If y'all got the shovel, then I got the dirt. 'Cause burying rap is what I mean when I say take them to church. Oh man, I'm back with more bars. Yo, girlfriend on my scorecard. Opportunity knocks well. Someone please tell me where the doors are before I trample it. Somebody better answer this. If you ain't never heard of me, I'm about to show you what the motherfucking anthem is. Diamonds and treasure, that don't bring me no pleasure. Every day I just wake up saying I could do better. Trying to find me a girl to put her hands in the holes of my sweater. And truth be told, I just pray that this moment lasts me forever. I said
You good, bro? And guys, yes, those seats are for sale, but you can see why I don't want to sell them because they are my office chairs. It's pretty good, Stefan? Pretty exhausting work over there, huh?
Yeah. Door the Explorer here coming at you live.
And you need to see where you are, dude.
Oh, look at that face.
In the arms of the angel.
You know, everybody, every time you're on the vlog, everyone's like, yo, Stefan needs to start a YouTube channel. What's up, guys? All right, so like we were just covering, we are making progress. We're making good progress. And for anybody that's ever either A, watched one of my videos where I've talked about the difficulties of doing DURTYMAX related engine mods, or anybody that's actually ever gotten their knuckles busted from doing these modifications, you know it is a process. Let's just call it a process. So those bolts were kind of a little difficult to get out, but not all that bad off the turbo. The swivel socket was imperative there. But this hole, as Stefan alluded to, past few hours was literally just getting this harness, which lays in there like that somehow. It's a process of fishing things around because there's only enough wire to cover certain things, trying to get it out. So you can see it's pretty much out now, and we're good and ready to rock and roll. We have more room to now fish the Y bridge. So we've got these high pressure lines that are connected in here that are gonna have to move in order to get the Y bridge out. High pressure lines can be a little difficult because they do have press fittings on them, and generally you wanna make sure you're keeping those in good condition. Plus, you have to go through the process of finding the line. So there's a low pressure line right there, high pressure line that feeds into the CP3. And then we've got these lines here that go out and around to the back, which are nauseating at a minimum to try and get out. So we're gonna fish around this this engine bay a little bit more here, see if we discover any goodies down underneath, which it looks like we did. Looks like there was a rodent or something like that living down there. Usually there are on these older trucks. Something definitely was hibernating down there. Hopefully we don't find any dead bodies because I hate to cause a crime scene here. Making progress, and that is key.
So we're running into a problem here. Can't reach those bolts back there.
We've gotten to the point where the Y bridge is totally exposed, which is really great news. We had to disconnect an array of high pressure lines, low pressure lines, and there are open fuel lines that are running all over the place right now. But that's really what it takes for the LB7 to get exposure to the Y bridge. But once you have everything kind of finagled out of the way, you can see it's actually super clear to get in here and actually open this up versus some of the older DURTYMAXs. It's very tight. On this truck, it's actually extremely accessible. Helps that there's a lot more room here between the turbo and the actual Y bridge itself versus some of the newer trucks, which makes it inherently more challenging to get in here. So we're gonna try and pop this Y bridge off real quick and keep cruising before we get to the downpipe bolts, which I really don't even want to talk about right now because they're kind of a little intimidating.
So you're back into it.
AKA the button. I'm literally just letting these things drop right into the valley and I'll pick them up afterwards. Milwaukee Tools. I know somebody's out there that works for Milwaukee Tools. I would love a sponsorship. I could use a lot more stuff. We make do here on the DURTYMAX Jack YouTube channel, but the more tools the merrier, as I like to say.
Your tools are just a man's jewelry closet.
That's it. Now we should have a free Y bridge.
Look at that.
Just like that. Now the craziest part is, these older diesels never had their farts regenerated back into their mouth where they breathe fresh air. So you can see just how clean that Y bridge is, if my camera would focus.
It's clean, guys.
He wants to focus on everything else. And what you can see there, it's literally clean as a whistle because it's been doing nothing but breathing fresh air. And let me just show you guys the valley of the motor. This is clean, really, really clean, because this truck has only ever breathed fresh air through its intake versus some of the other trucks that kind of have this contraption that runs along here and kind of feeds stuff into, yeah, its mouth. As I like to say, modern day diesels have a tube connected from their butt to their mouth, and that's kind of how they breathe, unfortunately. It's always somewhat dirtied air, for lack of more PG-friendly terms.
How dare you do dirty way?
I'm thinking, Stefan, you stand like right here. I'm gonna go stand like right there.
That's the wrong side.
How do I look? What do you think?
A little that way.
I don't want to be completely in front of the truck.
All right, I guess that's a good spot.
Stand in the front?
There you go. Other side. This is what you have to do.
Should I get in the truck?
Yeah.
This is how to be a YouTuber, bro. How about that? Is that a good one? How about if you get up on the creeper? Dude, the thumbnail is everything, brother. You gotta get a good thumbnail.
Well, Kai, isn't it?
Center? Yes, no?
Yeah.
How dare you do dirty way?
All right, now that we got the thumbnail done, nicely done. How to be a YouTuber, Kaya. Can I have a paw?
High five.
High five. Oh, you are such a good girl. You are such a good girl. We're big dog advocates around here. Big doggy enthusiasts. Yes, we are. So, guys, this is where we are. Let me give you a little update here. Everything is out except for the turbo and the downpipe. I do have the 12-bolt wrench ratchet tool for the downpipe. It's just a matter of leverage that I do not have. It's got 6 bolts on the back. It actually looks exactly like this one right here, and it sits like that, so we can see the top 3. And then the bottom ones are going to be a colossal nightmare. I don't know how we're gonna go about getting these out, but I'd say that the process up until this point isn't all that bad. The LB7 actually has a little bit more room than some of the other newer trucks that I've worked on. So that's definitely a perk. Getting the Y-bridge out was super easy compared to that of its, let's just say, successors. And at this point, Kaya is making herself comfortable, and we gotta get back to work because we can't just leave this job hanging overnight. All right, boys, so Stefan left. I got a somewhat darkening face. I keep itching myself when I've got my gloves on, and we have a new guest on the vlog, and that is Tyler. Tyler's over here. He's gonna help lend a hand. What's up, Tyler?
What's up, man?
He's gonna help lend a hand at where we are. Just a small update for you guys. We've got all the bottom up pipe bolts out. One of them actually sheared at the tip. Not really a big deal though. I'd rather that than the entire bolt breaking. Tyler's currently in the process of working out the transmission fluid dipstick filler line, so we're gonna get that out. We have the down pipe completely broke loose, but it's just a matter of finding the real estate to work it out, which we're going to hopefully do once that tube's out. Then we've got to pull the up pipe bolts out of the back of the turbo. Then we can focus on disconnecting the oil drain line, the oil feed line, and some of the other connections to the turbo before we pull it out. So we're gonna get to work on that right now.
Sometimes I got these ugly thoughts up in my mind. I got that angel and the devil by my side. Ask me how I'm doing, bitch, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'ma make them all believe before I die, yeah. I'm the king of all this shit, I swear that I am. Say I'm such a f***ing critic, I know I am. I know that, yeah.
Now I'm back again, and everybody wonder where the hell I've been. I've been cooped up working and I won't pretend that I know what's gonna happen when we drop that shit, yeah. Like who the hell is this guy? I don't really know, but he bangs, I can't lie. A rapper with a floater doesn't sound like he's tongue-tied, and I don't even hear an auto-tune, sounds right.
I've been feeling lately, I'm on a roll. And I'ma keep it up, you already know. Tracing MELLO everywhere that you go. yeah. Sometimes I got these ugly thoughts up in my mind. I got that angel and the devil by my side. Ask me how I'm doing, bitch, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'ma make them all believe before I die, yeah. I'm the king of all this shit, I swear that I am. Say I'm such a f***ing critic, I know I am. I know that, yeah. I know that, I know that, I know that. I know that, I know that, I know that. I know that, I know that, I know that, yeah. I know that, yeah. I know that, I know that, I know that. I know that, I know that, I know that. I know that, I know that, I know that, yeah. I know that, yeah.
Whoa! Zoom out. Oh my goodness. Got any boogers up there? Looking clean? Nice. All right, boys, so we are in the shop alone at this point because Stefan bailed earlier. Stefan, it was great having you on the vlog, as always, buddy. And Tyler was here, now he's gone. He was a tremendous help with getting out the turbo, which you can see right here, held in by 3 pedestal bolts. Not that bad. The biggest challenge with pulling out that turbo right there was actually not the turbo itself, but it was the downpipe. Look at that thing. Oh my God. It's got the 6-bolt flange, and it's not really shaped in the best configuration to actually remove. It's actually extremely challenging. So on the LB7, it's kind of 6 half dozen, 1 half to another. You run into challenges with like the configuration of the downpipe and the uppipe and having to remove some of the modules and then the wiring. But then again, on the newer trucks, you run into just the difficulty in accessing the Y bridge. Can you hear Tyler in a 6.0? He's got an S369 6.0. It's really badass. It's lime green. Low 6.0 on Instagram. If you guys want to go give him a follow, I'm sure he'd really appreciate it. You got something on the lens? Looking good in the neighborhood. So that's where we're gonna wrap up tonight's video because I'm staring at a table of parts that, well, I quite literally ran out of time to install. I was hoping that we could knock into some of them, but we ran into one small issue, and that is that an uppipe bolt actually broke. You can see the tip of that thing. Wow, the focus takes forever on this camera. The tip actually broke off. Just the tip, just the tip. She said it was acceptable, but then it broke off inside. Oh, geez, we gotta keep it PG. I'm sorry, I had to do it. So we are going to have to take the manifold off and get that replaced, meaning that we are helter-skelter for the night and we are halted right here in our tracks. But we made great progress, and Long Bed Larry is on his way to being really sick. This truck is gonna be awesome once it's all configured. I can't wait to show you guys what was in that box right there, which is now on the table right over here in front of me. I can't wait to show you guys the color of the intercooler piping and all the other great stuff that we're gonna be installing from our good friends at WhirlyFab. If you guys wanna pick up anything from WhirlyFab, discount code Enthuzst, not right here because I'm supporting the Dokai Foundation, but discount code Enthuzst gets you free shipping on anything from intercooler piping to traction bars to a turbo, maybe even built transmission, whatever it is that you're trying to, well, waste your money on. It's money well wasted though, trust me, trust me. So we are going to pick up in another video. I can't wait to get to the installation of the goodies. I'm sorry I had to leave you guys hanging on a cliff here, but y'all get it. It's tough to devote like 16 hours straight to something. You know, there are other facets in life that one has to enjoy. Now, before we get going, the DDG4 announcement is coming up. We're probably still about a week to a week and a half away from that, so stay tuned. Keep your cell phones on and watch those emails that you added to your orders because it might be you taking home the LML. And then the big question is, DDGV 5, which will it be? Decisions, decisions, decisions. With that said, my likely goal, if you guys do your best, tap that subscribe button on your way out. Thank you again, actually. Thank you so much for 170,000 subscribers. Holy crap. I was gonna say a bad word, but I didn't. I cannot believe we are just 30K shy of 200,000. I'm so grateful for you guys. Seriously, I love y'all. I love you guys. Seriously, I love you guys so much. Enthusiast, passion is the priority. We all share that, and that is what makes me feel so grateful for every single one of you guys. Tap that subscribe button on your way out, and I'll see y'all in the next upload.
Greatest, yeah, I'm the greatest. See my competition, they